Center for Little Rock is Nikki Metcalf. And in the jump circle for Arkansas, Aaron Barnum. And we are underway here in Little Rock, Arkansas. The Razorbacks control the tip. Samara Spencer handles the rock. Quick hands and an offensive foul called on Arkansas. A quick one right out of the gate.
Aggressive defense there by Little Rock, swarming to trap Poffenbarger over in the corner, and that's something that the Trojans are going to have to do today. They're going to have to trap aggressively and force some early turnovers from the Razorbacks.
Trojans on offense, a foul line jumpers wide left. The rebound, Arkansas. Makayla Daniels with it out high. Pick and roll action underneath. Bobbling the catch in traffic. Barnum couldn't hang on. Here come the Trojans.
And this is where the Trojans love to be. Little Rock loves to get out and run and create some mismatches in transition.
No score. Nearly a minute into this contest, and a Little Rock turnover. Leads to a rim run, and Arkansas gives it right back.
Two teams that love to run, but right now neither side really controlling the ball really well.
Harvey rising fire, and she buries it.
Harvey has really learned how to be a scorer inside this Little Rock offense. That's something that head coach Joe Foley really emphasized coming into this game, was Harvey was going to need to score at a high rate.
Has her first basket to get the scoring underway. Down low in traffic. Carr in some trouble, able to recollect and lay it home.
Quick to their spots on that first dribble. Trojans coming out looking like a more experienced squad.
Air bank missed from Harvey. That last possession for Arkansas was already their fourth turnover in the first 2 minutes of the game. Daniels, a long three, and she swishes it in.
To pay attention to is fouls. Joe Foley does not play a very deep bench, only 7 deep, so there's not a lot of extra players down there on the bench should the Trojans get in foul trouble.
And Arkansas gets to the line a bunch. 4th most free throw attempts on the young year in the nation. Carr's terminated her dribble. Barnum against Metcalf. Trying to back her down. Struggling with her dribble. Up and under. Banks it through. Has missed their last 4 field goals. So getting one at the line certainly helps their effort on offense. Midway through this first quarter. Sellers. Drive and kick. Corner 3. Daniels.
Arkansas gets the majority of their threes. Those rhythm threes, dribble drive, make the defense collapse, and then kick it out and knock down the shot.
And a quick trigger on the other end.
Trading threes for twos, it can be very difficult, especially if Little Rock falls down early and can't get out of this hole. Arkansas could really use that three to extend their lead.
After the Harvey miss on the outside, Poffenbarger has it for the Razorbacks. On the inside. Spin move up and in. Last time these teams met on this floor in Little Rock, it was a 10-point difference. The victor, Arkansas, they've won all 3 in the series. Dowda, backdoor cut. Team is built a little different than last year with all that height and length, something they missed a season ago. Catch and shoot 3, short from Spencer. Offensive rebound, Razorbacks. Turning the corner, sweet dish. Dowda into the lane, inside out, 6 on the timer. Spencer has to go to work. Floater, she banks it in.
Out and run, you got those rabbits that get out in front of the play. Poffenbarger and Dowda just couldn't quite get on the same page there.
On the wing, crossover dribble, dashing baseline reverse scoop. Burr drops in.
Has the ability to be a stellar point guard in this system. And he said in that high action motion offense, point guard play is premium.
Backdoor down, a sweet pass, and the finish. Arkansas's made 8 of their last 9 shots.
That was just a little juke. Dowda, little fake backdoor cut, wide open.
Inside of a minute left in this first frame. Metcalf off a screen, knocks it down. Arkansas wants to play fast. Little Rock wants to slow it down. Who's winning the tempo battle?
Arkansas. Even though they've struggled with turnovers early in the game, the Razorbacks really kind of controlling the tempo, enforcing their will on the Trojans.
Poffenbarger out front. Barnum's really yet to get on track for Arkansas. Looking backdoor, Spencer slips, and Spencer scores.
Wants his teams to play.
Daniels pitches it out front. Catch and release 3 from Poffenbarger's way off the mark, but the rebound's tapped out and the Razorbacks keep it.
Poffenbarger is able to hit from that range, but her shooting hasn't quite been there so far this year. But Chrissy Carr's is. Makayla Daniels is always matched up against the opponent's best player. Her task today as Harvey is another slip screen.
Easy bucket at the rim, and the lead is 19, the largest of the game for the Razorbacks. Metcalf, quick answer, is in. Get to the rim, but they've just been smothered on this end.
And credit Arkansas's defense to be able to play so well without fouling. That's also prevented the Trojans from getting to the free throw line. Nothing doing on the interior for Little Rock. Arkansas is closing down every single available lane, and even when the Trojans are getting good looks, it's just that threat of the size of Arkansas that they're not able to finish at the rim.
And a free ride to the rack.
Each shift to one side or the other, and that's what's getting flagged.
Harvey pops out for an open look that she cannot capitalize on.
Tia Harvey needs to be able to score for Little Rock for the Trojans to be successful this season.
Poffenbarger lost it on the way up.
Why this lead has really gotten out to a 25-point margin. I had to do my math there real quick mentally.
Abiola tries to cut into it.
But at some point it does start to feel a little ticky-tack.
Two screens out high for Spencer to choose from. Navigates to the top. Gets inside and scoops it. Spencer one-on-one. Dribbled it off her shoe. Stolen away by the Trojans. Can Little Rock finish this time? Yes, Henry with the scooper.
An easy transition bucket is a good sign for the Trojans.
3 seconds, Spencer, corner, three ball, it's in!
Where I was born.
Me and you both.
Fair.
We don't have any NBA teams up there. Poffenbarger in the corner for Arkansas, their first possession of the second half. Carr trying to clear her shot. Wow. Defense.
And Poffenbarger forewent her senior year of high school to enroll in UConn early, which is why she's able to be one of those 3-year freshmen.
And she plays like a player that's been in college for 3 years. Has a veteran aspect to her game. Little Rock with possession. Harvey turns the corner, throws it up, and able to squeeze it around. Arkansas 4 for 10 from downtown. Nice find down low. Quick rise, and Lee can't get it to go. Rebound, Spencer.
That was a great look. Lee rushed the shot just a little bit.
3 minutes into this second half. Barnum trying to get on track, powers it.
That was all Makayla Daniels, the quick reaction of the hands getting into the passing lane.
Barnum turned away initially and able to get the roll.
Sometimes you think things aren't going so well, and then she just turns it on.
Lee pulls up, in and out. And Barnum with the rebound. Second leading scorer in the SEC. Also grabs 8.5 boards on the young year. Chrissy Carr lines it up and gets it down.
Called for the foul. And that was the specialty of Chelsea Dungy. The last couple years at Arkansas would just put her head down and draw a foul.
Nice head fake by Metcalf.
She can step out and hit from 15 feet. If she can add that little pump fake one step, she's going to be a really dynamic player.
Carr, another three. That's on target as well.
Threes a game. They shoot 25. And when they're firing on all cylinders, this is looking like a team that can really be a contender in the conference this year.
Lee missing the jumper. Carr, another hat trick is there. Shot clock did not reset. Harvey, bouncer. Metcalf, not that time. And Barnum able to spear it.
And Little Rock not going away. The Trojans, they're still scrapping, just Arkansas making it so difficult to get anything. Daniels
tries to get in on the fun.
Short on everything, and the size of Arkansas, even though the Razorbacks aren't closing out hard, it's the fact that they can, and a lot of times as a shooter, that's in the back of your mind. You're just waiting for that closeout.
Carr, she's had quite the performance.
George Lee in favor of this. And Foley said if it was just me and the administration had come to me and said, I want to name the court after you, he would have said no. But when he found out it was his players, he said no problem. Everything he's done in his career has been about his players.
On the inside, turnaround goes.
Take for Francis. She's had success against Arkansas in the past. Career high 15 points the first time these two teams played back in 2019.
Barnum underneath. Nice catch.
You're really trying to establish herself. She'll be an important piece of the Trojans once they get into conference play.
Abiola. Slicing and wheeling, and a jumper from Metcalf.
This Little Rock offense has a whole different dynamic when Little Rock cannot hit from the exterior. That was a nice back cut. Can't hit from the exterior. It allows opponents to clog the paint, and it makes scoring so difficult.
Poffenbarger able to finish for the Razorbacks. Has 7 points. She's been efficient as always. 8 rebounds. Metcalf, another long two. That one's good.
When you're a bench player, you make the most of the minutes, whether it's points or fouls. Do something.
Well, if you like to compare scores year after year as Harvey soared.
They are going to have to adjust. For me, it's been called too much this afternoon. I think that this game has been a little bit more tightly officiated than either side would like. There's been a lot of ticky-tack whistles. And I understand you don't want to have the hip check on the screen. That's what the call is designed to present.
Look at that. What's the objective for Little Rock the final 7 minutes?
Finding ways to score just like behind her. But Little Rock needs to get some momentum. They've got a tough game on Wednesday against Oral Roberts, so use this time as a foundation for that game against the Golden Eagles.
After Hughes missed, they have numbers. Harvey pulls the trigger and swishes it home.
While that scoring continues to catch up to everything else, we talked about the contributions, but how scary are the Razorbacks going to be when that shooting finally catches up and Poffenbarger scoring at the rate of some of the other Razorbacks?
Popping out, Metcalf gets the friendly bounce. Has such a great relationship, Coach Neighbors, with his players and their families. As Spencer turns the corner with an alley. Wolfenbarger, tough one. Contact, no whistle, and it's snatched away by Triplett. Harvey fuels the break, takes it all the way herself for the Trojans.
And that slasher mentality is really where Harvey excels. Just puts her head down, goes to the basket, and finds a way to finish at the rim.
Dowda, a three from the top, and she cashes. 3 from Wolfenbarger on that last trip. From Dowda, I should say, beg your pardon. She's now 2 for 3 on the year. She's very capable, the former McDonald's All-American.
We talked about adding that extra wrinkle to an offense when Arkansas has those bigs that can step out. And the opposing coach told him after the game that she had tried to diagram all the different variations and was up to 43 before she finally decided to stop. And that's why you can't prepare for a motion offense. There is no way to predict it.
Down low, nice pass, and the finish from Wolfenbarger.
What they wanted to do. They wanted to go against a motion offense, really prepare themselves for some of the other teams they're going to see down the schedule.
Ellis, a 3! Is going to move to 5-0. What has impressed you most about the Razorbacks?
The way that Arkansas was able to implement their game